He's
Bay
really,
boys.
really good. He used to go to all the Versus tournaments back in Milpitas. Shout out to Joe Flores for those, man. Like, dude, Joe like jump-started the whole community in the South Bay with the Versus tournament.
Definitely super shout-outs to Joe and the whole Castle Entertainment crew.
Ooh, jumping into game one. You know, how do you feel about Yoshi? Like, you always hear mixed opinions about Yoshi being like top 5 or whatever.
So, I actually feel like after learning the matchup, Yoshi is not top 5, but I think he's still top 10.
Okay.
Like, if you play him really smart, he's top 10. He has one of those kits. It's like he does a lot of damage. He still has a lot of priority on his smash attacks. Crazy range. His shield is still so good. His grabs are amazing. He has the B reverse grab, like aerial command grab. Like, the dude's amazing. His recovery's still really good. And really good projectile. But I feel like one thing that you have to do with Yoshi is have amazing spacing, and you have to like be a god of pressure. Yoshi, when he puts pressure on you in the air, it's like, yo, you air dodge once, you get up aired, you're dead. Like, if you don't see it coming, he can do the his down B when he's right next to you, and it pops you up and gets you into a kill.
Yeah, sets it up right there.
No DI in the world's gonna save you. Like, you're dead.
You know, you saw him fish for it right there, but because he missed it, Pit has that side B that kills too. So I put him in a bad position.
And it has armor too, so it's a pretty safe option.
You know, I think like the major, like kind of like the drawback to Yoshi, not as a character, but for everyone else who mains him, is that there hasn't been like a top tier player to like pick him up and like exploit this character. Yeah,
like optimize him.
No one really knows like what his like broken stuff is because there's no one that's really doing it on a high level.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
other
like
than his nair.
There's supposed to be Yoshi Doris in Japan, but I've like YouTubed him like a bunch of times, and all his stuff is like 4 or 5 months ago. So I don't know if he's still relevant today.
Yeah, I haven't seen many Yoshi players. Like that's a big thing in the community actually. Is everyone's been like, hey, everyone says that Yoshi's good. Where are the people who are placing?
Exactly.
Zero's been saying that a lot for a while now too. But I think that now that the matchup's starting to get figured out a little bit at a time, he'll get like a decent placing, like a very accurate placing of where he is on the tier list.
I mean, we can also look back like in Melee, the early days, like Sheik was like top tier, and Fox was like what, like 5th in the game for a long time, and then starting like in 06, like 05, 06, like Fox just top tier.
Yeah.
Because people just figured out like what to do with him and how to exploit him as a character.
Yeah.
So I think Yoshi just needs that a little boost for someone to pick him up and just take names.
Amsa, where you at? No, Keios, he's doing pretty decent, but so when I started playing Roy, I was playing against Keios, I realized that Yoshi does terribly against disjointed hitboxes.
Really?
He does really poorly against disjoints because his whole thing is like, oh, you're in my range, my smash attack comes out faster, or like my aerial comes out faster. You outspace him, and he kind of falls apart. Like, what is he going to do? He has to approach you like what he's doing to Krampus right now. Krampus is like, okay, I can stay on my shield. What are you going to do about it? And there you go.
Because all his hitboxes are also his hurt boxes, right? So whatever move he throws out, if you have a move that's disjointed, it's just going to beat that, and he's going to take it.
And yeah, Yoshi's always like, oh yeah. All you have to do against Yoshi in... So from my limited experience, let me put that disclaimer. You have to apply your shield game heavily. You have to know when you can shield grab him. And then when you shield grab him, you're like, okay, if I space my aerials properly with a disjointed character like Pit, Roy, Bart, Lucina, whatever, I get an opportunity to where when I go in and attack, either I'm not going to hit and I'm safe, or I hit and I'm safe. If I get too close, okay, yeah, I messed up. But like Yoshi can't do anything about it. He has to disengage the situation and try and reset it, and then start his own combo. And I think that's one of the cool things about this game is that a lot of characters are like that. There's so many characters that are like, when you're in their face, they can't break out. They have to reset back to the neutral.
Right.
And there's so many other characters that are like, okay, I got a Mario there. I got the sex kick. I can just break out of something.
Well, you know, not Mario. Yoshi is really good at just like resetting the neutral, like you said.
Yeah.
Because he has that double jump, that super armor on his double jump. And you'll see, like, you have to adjust a lot when playing against Yoshi. Like, say you're a Diddy Kong who wants to do down throw to up air.
Yeah.
After that first up air, that second one's probably not going to hit because the Yoshi can just, like, double jump away out of there.
Right.
So you've got to adjust and realize, okay, I can't go for that second up air. Maybe let's go for a forward air instead of that first up air because that'll do more damage.
Right.
And so it's just that constant game of, like, adjusting, like, okay, like, is he going to double jump here? Is he going to get out here? And, you know, it's again, back to that whole, like, That's knowing your opponent at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's interesting watching that. Like, oh, he did it here. Oh, he didn't do it here. So.
Dude, that's what I love. Like, being a commentator, I get to watch so much Smash. Like, watching top players, mid-level players, I get to see, like, how they adapt and, like, try and get a glimpse into the mind games of, like, top-level players and the adaptation. And seeing how people are like, oh, well, in this situation, this is the guaranteed thing, so I'm going to go for something different because you DI'd in this specific way. To get out of that, I did this. And then there's all these extra levels, and I'm just like, this is Smash. This is Smash with you. And it's so good.
Yeah, people just knowing their character's options, and, like, all the DI options their opponent has, like, that's, like, a whole another level of Smash, and it's just phenomenal watching that.
Yeah.
Yo,
right now, Krampus
sub-hype.
Oh, who be
Ro64, 5 months in a row?
Ro64, 5 months. Yo, dog.
We need to get
Welcome
you, like,
to
a
the
plaque
Showdown
or something.
family, though, for the 5th time. Yo, so Krampus in this game, like, see, he's really playing to his strength. Most characters right there, they're like, oh, well, I guess I got to go in and grab, or like something, you know? Krampus is like, no, I can do this. I can do a forward smash and be safe.
Yeah.
Like, maybe you can come in and grab me. That's the worst. When I play as Roy, that's what I think when I, like, throw out an attack. I'm like, the worst you can do if I space this properly is you grab me.
Yeah.
And most of you don't have, like, a confirmed thing out of grab. So I'm like, okay.
Especially, like, at, like, 70%. No grab really kills at 70.
Yeah.
And no grab really follows up at 70. So I feel like that's a really good percent in this game. You have, like, a little bit of rage. Nothing really, like, follows up with each other.
Yeah.
And you're not, like, in real danger of dying unless you're playing against Roy.
Krampus is playing super well right now, dude. Like, I'm glad he came to the Foundry today because there are very few pits. Like, we have Blake and we have this gentleman here, Krampus. And I think he's one of those characters that needs to be explored more. Not a lot of people play him. But he's playing really well right now. And he's showing that, like, I believe Nairo, who played Dark Pit, was one of the first people to show, like, hey, the characters in this game are super viable. Like, play them, explore them, see what they can do. And Krampus is beating a Yoshi, who, as we've been talking about, is top 5 to 10. And Keios is not a bad player, dude. Like, he's really good. But
you know what? Nairo's actually been using a lot of, like, regular Pit over Dark Pit lately. At, what is it, Xanadu 100? When he wasn't using ZSS, it was all regular Pit.
Yeah, I only saw his ZSS game.
SD, but
he went for the SD, but probably just to
kind of cover his options or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Half the time I go off